all the pilots that get tapped on your shoulder by somebody you don't know, or maybe somebody you do know, asking you to leave the area, please do so. They've been instructed by me to tell you to move. Okay, so there's about 20 guys that know how to do that. They were instructed on Friday, and that's how we're going to work it. So it's really important. Okay, so now on to the contest. The rules for 2011 have been clarified a lot for landings and timing. And so we don't have any ambiguity about what's considered a valid landing anymore. So just 2 foot inside 2 feet on the ground, inside the thing, reaching out for the airplane is not an issue. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about valid landings, when time stops, how to record your time, or anything like that? You're not rounding up. You're truncating. You're taking full seconds only on the time. Right. A lot of time stops when the pilot or the pilot's helper touches the airplane, or when the airplane comes to rest. It's a valid landing if the airplane comes to rest or the pilot or helper touches the airplane if they're inside the box. Inside the box means any part of the airplane touching or overlapping the line, or touching a cone or something that's a field-based object, field meaning the pilot box. Any questions, Dave?
Oh, I just want to clarify with some of the language used that you have to touch the plane while it's flying, when it's in flight.
Right.
So if you're 2 feet or in, it's flying, and touch it, the plane's in.
Right.
If it's on the ground and it's out, it's out.
Exactly. So a further clarification, if you touch the airplane and it flies out after you've touched it, it's still a valid landing.
Mikey, when does the time stop?
When you touch it?
That's not what the rules say.
When the airplane
When the airplane comes to rest.
I got the rules right here.
Or when you touch it. They added that.
I think touching.
Flight time is measured from the moment the model leaves the hands of the competitor until a landing of the model is defined in 5.7.6. Landing is the model comes to rest anywhere, or the competitor touches the airborne model for the first time by his hand or any part of his body, and the same applies to his helper.
Okay.
Okay?
Mike, the helper in this case is the launch helper, so we're able to time people.
Correct.
Only if you're disabled and using launch helper.
Well, let me clarify that, because if you land out, you or your helper can go get that model.
Yeah. As far as landing and points for touching somebody with your model, only your launch helper is
Correct.
allowed to touch
Correct.
somebody.
If it's just your timer, and if it's somebody else's timer, it's a penalty.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't touch your pilot's plane.
No? Wait, let's clarify that real quick. It does not say that. It does say, your time is alive if you hit a ground-based object. It doesn't say that, yes. So if it comes to rest in the tree, the time will stop. Okay?
That's an off-field landing.
Okay, as far as I can tell, out of the rest of these groups here, or out of the rest of the rules here, contact, the biggest issue is contact and penalty points. So if you run into the safety basically is defined by touching anything in the pits, touching anybody with your model. If you touch anybody flying your model, this is not launching, this is flying, it's a 100-point penalty. Okay? If you touch a tent or a car or something or crash into one, it's a 100-point penalty. It carries with you to the end of the contest. If you launch into somebody, that's a 1,000-point penalty.
The penalties carry in the fly-off?
They will, to the end of the contest. Yeah.
I think it's a 0 for the round.
I think you get a penalty and a 0 for the round.
Wait for it. Yes, you're right. It's a 0 for the round and a 100-point penalty if you launch into somebody. For the round, not for that flight. Okay, so I think as rough as that was, I've gone through the rules, I think, to everybody's satisfaction. If there's any more contests, Philip?
Do we have the Aaron Borst rule or the Mike Smith rule applicable this year?
Well, yeah, we like to win it in the air. So if there's an issue out here in the field where somebody's airplane needs a tweak and we're running out of time, just yell out Mike Smith rule. We will pause the clock. Okay? We only want to pause it for about a minute. Hopefully that's all you need. But the point is to get everybody flying and not just launch if you can get something fixed in, you know, the extra 30 seconds or a minute you need. So remember to call out. We can't hear you if you don't yell, so make sure you have somebody yelling for you. I'd like to close with the field's most important rule. Be very careful flying over the horses, okay? Very careful. If you guys are in that area at all out there, I need you to be hypersensitive to it. John?
The horizontal line above that tree, how far to the right does it extend?
Over the horse area.
To where you see the end of the front field?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, what about the house behind there, behind the trees? Or
Way, way back there is an absolute no-fly zone, but you guys really shouldn't be way, way back there. Basically to the left of the peak, from the top of the peak to the left, there's our old friend from the other field that is still against us flying over his house there. So that's still an absolute no-fly zone at any altitude. There's really only one area in this whole field that you have to be sensitive about, and that's over there, southeast. Any other questions? Any clarifications needed? I think we're using 15-second pause. 15-second pause between the rounds for the all-up last down, which is our first round today. Okay, if you guys are ready, we're going to start with task C, all-up last down. Then we're going to go round 2 is the last flight. Round 3 is 5 longest, that's the 5 twos. Round 4 is next to last and last. Round 5 is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Round 6 is the best 3 out of 6, and then 7 is the ladder. So we're going to start here real quick. Mike, I hand it back to you. Good luck, you guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, last thing. Thank you, Mike. You must sign your scorecard. Okay? Both the timer and the pilot must sign. If we have somebody that doesn't, our scorekeeper is going to come back to you and remind you instead of just zeroing you out. And the only reason we're doing that is because I forgot to put a signature block on the cards. Sorry. My fault.
Tell us where to pick them up and where to turn them in.
Anywhere you want to sign it is fine, just so long as I see 2 initials or signatures on the card. Okay? We'll do our best to come back to you before the round starts to give you an opportunity to do it if you forgot. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Pilots, timers, it's your mutual responsibility to make sure that happens. Okay? So right now for round 1, we've got your cards already put out here. We're going to shift that after round 1 to the front of the table. Okay? Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, one thing.
Yeah.
Everybody make sure you check your time. Because once you sign it, it's official.
Yeah, that's it.
Put it in and your timer forgot to write down a time. That's it.
Yeah, so thanks, Sean. That's a really good point. The only thing that we're being lenient on is the fact that there's a signature not on there. You will not be permitted to put a semicolon or add a 0 to a 10 that you put down. Whatever time you put down is that time. There's no adjustments to any of the information on there. So go ahead and just put minutes on the time card. Read the watch. Don't do any conversion. If your flight was 1 minute and 10 seconds, 1 minute and 10 seconds is all you need to put down. Don't make it complicated on yourself, okay? We've got lunch tickets for sale right there. And tonight we're having our party traditionally at Round Table Pizza, which is right down on...
1 minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All planes must land by 45 seconds before a 3-minute window. Seconds before a 3-minute window. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One minute remaining.
That's pretty soon, huh?
45 seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining. 15 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All planes must land by the end of the 30-second landing window.